Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm going to talk about dating apps. I think dating apps are an interesting topic. I think it's super fascinating, the difference between this generation and the other ones, especially with the internet, right? Because the internet created dating apps, and I just want to give my ideas on it, because I know some people kind of give dating apps a bad rap, and I was one of them. I'm not gonna lie, I actually was one of them, because I always saw dating apps as a last resort, right? I'm 21 and I'm not out there looking for love right now. You know, I'm just chilling. Like, if something happens, that's really it. I'm not out there looking for love. I don't have a dating app. I've never had one, right? And I've always thought it as a last resort. So maybe when I'm 27, 28 or something like that, and I want to have a relationship, then I'll use a dating app. You know, I've always seen it as a quote unquote desperate, right? To me, I'm still not going to use it. Probably, like I said, I'm probably going to use it when I really want something. But I think I actually have respect for people who do have dating apps, you know? Because at first I'm just like, damn, you know, they're desperate, whatever type shit. They're just trying to fuck. They're desperate. They don't get pussy, all that shit. Now I've actually seen that a little bit different. I actually have respect for people who use dating apps because, you know, it's them putting themselves out there. It's them putting themselves on display. You know, them actually putting in the work to take some good pictures, you know, guys and girls, right? You know, doing their makeup, guys doing their hair, all that stuff. They're putting in work to make themselves look good. And I respect it because they're putting themselves out there saying like, hey, listen, I'm ready for a relationship. Are you, you know, you're confident enough to say, listen, I'm ready for something serious, or maybe just trying to fuck, whatever. But okay, if you're using a dating app for what it's supposed to be, like a dating app, right? I have big respects for people who do that, put themselves out there, showing that they are ready to find love. And I think that's cool. I actually liked it. On the other hand, though, I think it's very interesting how there's a lot of young people on dating apps, and I find that a little bit weird because I don't really use a dating app, like I said, but my friend does. My friend uses a dating app, and I've noticed there's a lot of young girls. He said that too. Like, there's a lot of young girls. Like, he's the same age as me. He's 21, and he'll get like 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and I'm like, dog, game is game. Asking, no, but it's very weird when I see a girl who's like 18, 19, 20, all that stuff. And I'll see him too, right? You know, he's 21, but I mean, hey, it's whatever. It's fine. I don't judge him. I think it's interesting when there's like girls who are 19 or 18 on there, because in my head I'm thinking like, why? Okay, keep in mind, like I said, this is all from a guy's perspective, right? I'm not really talking on a girl's perspective because I think it's probably different, but this is all from a guy's perspective. I think it's interesting how girls are on there, or guys too, and I'm like, why? I see it as like, why are young people on here? You know, I think in my head is you are young, so you shouldn't be worrying about that too much. Like me right now, I'm 21. Like, I don't worry about love. I don't worry about all that stuff. Maybe it has to deal with the fact that we are a lonely generation. Like, this generation is lonelier than ever, and which makes sense. I can see that with the internet and all that stuff. But I just wonder, like, there's no need to be on a dating app when you're 19, 20, 21, all that stuff, because the world is there's so much in the world that you still haven't known, discovered, and all that stuff, and you'll probably meet someone along the way, for sure. So why are you trying to rush it? I just kind of see it as you're kind of rushing it. There's just so much for you to do. There's so much for you to focus on. Like, life is ahead of you, man. I don't think you should really be immediately thinking like, all right, I graduated from high school, you know, time for a dating app. You know, I can get it where you could probably feel lonely, but you probably have friends for that. And like I said, I think just do you, and I'm pretty sure you'll probably meet someone along the way. You know, but that's just my take. Who knows? Maybe I'm ignorant or something like that. Maybe that's not the way to go, but that's how I see it, at least, you know. And another thing is, so there's some like interesting websites that I looked at where it goes, well, not websites, just Google searches, but it says that around 50%, the numbers are a little bit shady, right? But it says that according to Talkify, about 50% of couples meet online through dating apps and websites, which makes sense. Another one says around 40% of U.S. couples meet via dating apps, and fewer couples are meeting via mutual friends. Sorry. So I would say the number would be like 45%. So that's pretty interesting. 45% of people are meeting through dating apps now and then. I think that makes sense. You know, the rise of internet. People are really. I think COVID has to do with a lot of it as well. You know, just staying inside, and I think people realize that they love chilling inside. I know I do too. But I think we're just. You know, there's like this joke of like e-dating or like e-girl type shit, e-sex, right? Like, that's fucking funny. But it makes sense that I think we're really using the internet to meet people. And the thing is, you can meet so many people via the internet. Just by the internet, you can meet so many people. So it makes sense why it's on the rise. Another thing is, so here's the thing, right? So it says, according to Forbes Health, 70% of people who meet someone on dating apps said it led to a romantic relationship, while 28% said it did not. Other studies have found that around 40% of U.S. couples meet via dating apps. Some say that Hinge is a good part for those looking for both casual flings and something more serious, right? However, some say that dating apps can also have an unpleasant aspect, such as transactional language, ghosting, objectification, and the feeling that you are disposable, invisible, needy, or old. So that's interesting. Transactional language, I'm not sure what they meant by that. I think what I take away from that is, if you meet someone in person, you just kind of talk to them, trying to befriend them, get to know them. While if you meet someone via a dating app, I feel like immediately you already know what they're after, right? So transactional language is just like a transaction, like you already know what's gonna happen. It's more obvious. So if you're trying to just be friends with someone, you know, sometimes guys may take it as like, oh, are they flirting with me? Are they not? You know, I don't know if are they looking for someone? All that shit, right? Rather than if you're meeting via a dating app, the minute you get that text, you already know, like, okay, they're interested, you know? So I think that's what they mean by that, which makes sense. You know, I think it's always different for sure, like when you're talking in a dating app than on Instagram or like just regular casual, right? I think immediately, like once you're in those dating DMs, those dating app DMs, it's like, okay, when we're hanging out, when we get a drink, you know, when we're trying to fuck, you know, no, but like, when will this relationship start? You know, it's one of those things. Ghosting, that's another thing too. I think ghosting is really easy on dating apps as well. Like, I'm pretty sure people just like, they'll like someone or swipe right on someone. I don't know, swipe right, swipe left, whatever. They'll meet someone on a dating app. They'll probably text for like 2 or 3, 5 messages, get to know them, and then if they don't like them, that's it. Just like a snap of your finger, boom. Like they don't text you, know that shit. Ghosting. Objectification, I can understand that as well. Like I said, whenever you're on a dating app, you're really putting yourself out there. You know, you're putting all these photos, videos, describing yourself. You really, you're kind of showing yourself off as a trophy, right? Like, I'm a trophy, and you know, like, this is what I have to bring. So it can feel like that, but at the end of the day, you know what you're getting into, right? That's what it's all about. You know, it's showing that you are attractive enough or cool enough to be in a relationship with someone else, right? The next one is, lastly, is like the feeling that you are disposable, invisible, needy, or old. Yeah, I can get that as well. I think whenever you're on a dating app, you can feel disposable, as in, I think they mean that you put yourself out there and no one's swiping right, no one's liking your shit, no one's replying, no one's responding to you. So it just feels like you come up with someone's feed and then they immediately like just swipe left, right, whatever, or like just press X on you. And so that kind of sucks, you know, along with being invisible. Same thing, you know, you can just probably feel like if you don't get any matches at all, you probably can feel invisible. Needy, I don't know what they mean by needy. Maybe people feel as if that they're on a dating app that they feel like they're needy, as in they want a relationship, so that makes them feel desperate. I'm not too sure what they mean by needy. I don't really know. And then old, I guess you can feel old, but I think dating apps should help with that. Modern times where you just put whatever age you are looking for, and you probably still get a lot of matches with that. So I don't think people will feel old per se, or maybe they just get a lot of recommendations of young people. Because like I said, there's a lot of young people on there, and I'm like, I don't think you need to be on there at that age. So that's a little weird. One thing is though, going back to like the disposable one, I could totally understand that, because for me personally, I think another thing that really stops me from getting into a dating app is I don't want to feel ugly. As big as it is to say that, I feel like with me, like if I let's say I create a dating app, right? I create a dating app. I upload all these good photos of me, whatever, that I think look good, you know, try to look sexy, all that shit, right? And if I get like nothing in the first 4 months, dog, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I'm gonna be like, fuck, man, I'm ugly. Like, I'm gonna feel so bad, dude. If I get like no matches at all in the first month, oh my god, I'm gonna feel so bad. Like, that's just, I feel like that kind of kills your confidence in a way too as well. Just like putting yourself out there and no one liked you, you're like, fuck. Like, so I think that's one thing that stops me as well. But I mean, that's just me though. That's just me. I feel like that's more of a confidence thing, more of an ego thing. Like, I hate taking L's, right? So if I'm on a dating app and no girl swiping on me, like, dog, that's L's for days. But that's just me though. Honestly, as I mature, it doesn't really bother me too much. But I feel like that's kind of another reason why I didn't do a dating app for sure. I guess all in all, I just want to finish this by saying, if you are on a dating app, I think that's cool. I think that's so sick. I love that you're confident enough to put yourself out there, say that you want a relationship. I think that's so cool. Good for you. I love that. You know, keep doing you. On the other hand, though, if you are young, 19, 18, 20, 21, right, I think that's a little bit too early to start looking for that, like a long-term partner in marriage and all that stuff. I think that's a little bit too early, because there's so much more in life that's ahead of you, and you got to be ready for that, because life is going to put you in your ass, and you'll probably meet someone along the way while it puts you on your ass. That's how I see it. You know, just keep doing you, because at the end of the day, there's always someone out there for all of us. You know, we're all going to find the one. I think that's cool. Right? And you may find them via dating app. You may find them via being out there, just meeting someone, all that stuff. That's cool. So if you're on a dating app, that's awesome. If you're not, that's cool as well. I think at the end of the day, for sure, there's someone out there for all of us. But yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.